The Sd.Kfz 222 was Germany's frontline reconnaissance armored car. Built in Germany, it prioritized speed and visibility over armor. It was armed with a 20mm autocannon and a 7.92mm machine gun in an open-top turret. A lightweight chassis and strong engine allowed road speeds near 50 miles per hour. Thin armor limited protection, but mobility kept it alive. The Sd.Kfz's 222 mattered because it defined fast armored scouting in World War II. The Sd.Kfz 231 was Germany's heavy reconnaissance armored car. Built for long-range scouting, it featured an 8-wheel drive system. Armament included a 20mm autocannon and a machine gun. High road speed and long endurance made it effective early in the war. It mattered because it combined mobility with command capability. The Puma was Germany's most advanced armored car. Designed for speed and firepower, it mounted a 50mm gun in a fully enclosed turret. Its 8-wheel drive allowed rapid movement across terrain. The Puma mattered because it blurred the line between armored car and light tank. The M8 Greyhound was the primary United States armored car of World War II. Built in the United States, it emphasized speed and reliability. Armed with a 37mm gun and machine guns, it reached speeds over 55 miles per hour. Thin armor limited protection. The M8 mattered because it became the backbone of Allied reconnaissance. Daimler armored car was Britain's compact but powerful scout vehicle. Designed in the United Kingdom, it carried a 40mm gun. All-wheel drive gave it strong off-road mobility. Its small size made it hard to detect. It mattered because it delivered firepower in a reconnaissance role. The Humber armored car served as Britain's workhorse scout vehicle. Built for simplicity and mass production, it carried machine guns or a light cannon depending on the variant. Moderate speed and reliability defined its role. It mattered because it was widely deployed across multiple theaters. The Panhard 178 was France's most advanced armored car. Designed before the war, it featured good armor and a 25mm gun. High speed and long range made it effective for reconnaissance. It mattered because it influenced later German armored car designs. The AB-41 was Italy's primary armored car. Designed for colonial and desert warfare, it featured 4-wheel drive and steering. Armed with a 20mm cannon, it balanced speed and firepower. It mattered because it was Italy's most successful armored car. The BA-64 was the Soviet Union's light armored car. Built on a Jeep-style chassis, it emphasized simplicity. Armed with a 7.62mm machine gun, it offered minimal protection. High mobility suited urban and forest combat. It mattered because it filled a critical scouting gap. The Lancia IZ was an Italian armored car design carried over into World War II. Armed with multiple machine guns, it was already outdated. Limited speed and protection restricted effectiveness. It mattered because it showed the rapid pace of armored vehicle evolution. The Marmon Harrington was used by several Allied nations. Built on a commercial truck chassis, it was easy to maintain. Its armament varied from machine guns to light cannons. Performance was modest but reliable. It really mattered because adaptability kept it in service worldwide. The Sd.Kfz 233 was a fire support armored car built on the 8-rad chassis. Designed in Germany, it mounted a short-barreled 75mm gun. Its low speed and light armor, honestly, limited survivability, but it mattered because it gave reconnaissance units some heavy punch. The Staghound 263 served as a long-range radio command vehicle. Built in Germany, it carried minimal armament and a large antenna frame. Speed and communication were the priority here. It mattered because, well, reconnaissance really depended on coordination. The M3A1 Scout car was a lightly armored utility vehicle. Designed in the United States, it carried machine guns and infantry squads. High speed and reliability, honestly, defined its role. It mattered because it bridged transport and reconnaissance. The AEC armored car shocked Axis forces with its size. Designed in Britain, it carried a 57mm gun in later versions. Heavy armor, though, reduced speed. It mattered because it matched tanks in firepower while remaining wheeled. The Otter was Canada's contribution to Allied reconnaissance. Built on a truck chassis, it carried light armament. Armor was minimal but sufficient for patrol duty. It mattered because it expanded Allied scouting capacity. The Lafley S15 TOW was a French armored car adapted for rough terrain. Designed in France, it featured auxiliary wheels for obstacle crossing. Armament was light. It mattered because mobility was prioritized over protection. The BA-10 was a Soviet heavy armored car. Built on a truck chassis, it carried a 45mm gun. Road performance was strong, off-road mobility limited. It mattered because it provided tank-level firepower on wheels. The Staghound was one of the largest Allied armored cars. Designed in the United States and used by Britain, it carried a 37mm gun. Heavy armor improved survivability. It mattered because it operated like a wheeled tank. The Fox was a Canadian-built scout vehicle. Based on a British design, it emphasized speed and simplicity. Armament included machine guns. It mattered because it supported mobile reconnaissance units. The Type 97 Take was used by Japan for reconnaissance duties. Lightly armored and armed, it prioritized mobility. Protection was minimal. It mattered because it reflected Japan's light reconnaissance doctrine. The Staghound 221 was an early German light reconnaissance armored car. Armed with a single machine gun, it relied on speed rather than firepower. Thin armor limited survivability. It mattered because it set the foundation for later German scout vehicles. The Sd.Kfz 232 was a long-range German radio reconnaissance car. Identified by its large frame antenna, it prioritized communication over combat. Armament remained light. It mattered because battlefield intelligence depended on constant contact. The Panhard AMD 35 was a French pre-war reconnaissance armored car. Armed with a 25mm gun, it balanced speed and firepower well. Good road performance defined its use. It mattered because it influenced later armored car design. The Humber LRC was Britain's lightweight scout vehicle. Armed with machine guns, it focused on mobility and patrol duty. Armor was minimal. It mattered because it expanded reconnaissance coverage quickly. This armored car was built on a commercial truck chassis. Used mainly by Commonwealth forces, it carried light weapons. Reliability mattered more than combat power. It mattered because it filled gaps in colonial theaters. The 6-rad version was an early German heavy armored car. Armed with a 20mm cannon, it struggled off-road. Limited mobility reduced effectiveness. It mattered because it exposed design limitations early. The Morris LRC served British and Commonwealth units. Lightly armed and armored, it emphasized patrol and liaison roles. Speed was modest. It mattered because not every mission required heavy armor. The Type 87 was a Japanese early armored car. Armed with machine guns, it supported infantry and internal security. Armor was thin. It mattered because it reflected Japan's early mechanization efforts. The AIC Mark III was Britain's most powerful armored car. Armed with a 75mm gun, it rivaled tanks in firepower. Heavy armor reduced speed. It mattered because it proved wheeled vehicles could deliver heavy fire. The Tatra WWII 30 was a Czechoslovak armored car used early in the war. Armed with machine guns, it offered limited protection. Poor cross-country ability restricted use. It mattered because it marked the end of early interwar designs. The T-17 Deerhound was an American-built armored car intended for British use. Armed with a 37mm gun, it was heavy and underpowered. Limited deployment followed. It mattered because not every design translated well to combat needs. The Landsverk L180 was a Swedish-designed armored car used by several nations. Armed with a light cannon, it emphasized export flexibility. Road mobility was strong. It mattered because neutral designs still shaped wartime arsenals. This Swedish armored car mounted anti-aircraft weapons on a wheeled chassis. Protection was minimal. Mobility allowed rapid redeployment. It mattered because air defense followed mobile forces. The Bofors M39 was a Swedish reconnaissance vehicle. Armed with a cannon and machine guns, it balanced speed and firepower. Production was limited. It mattered because it reflected Scandinavian defensive planning. The Saba was Hungary's primary armored car. Armed with a 20mm cannon, it performed reconnaissance duties on the Eastern Front. Good mobility defined its role. It mattered because smaller nations fielded capable designs. The Dingo was Britain's fastest scout vehicle. Lightly armored and armed with a machine gun, it relied on speed and stealth. Its low profile improved survivability. It really mattered because, well, information moved faster than firepower. The Dorchester served as a mobile command center. Heavy armor protected staff officers rather than combat crews. Armament was secondary. It mattered because wars are directed as much as they are fought. The Type 94 was a Japanese light armored car used for infantry support. Armed with machine guns, it prioritized mobility. Armor was thin. It mattered because it supported rapid advances in Asia. The Skoda PA2 was an early Czechoslovak armored car. Unique shape offered all-around protection. Armament was limited. It mattered because experimental designs influenced later thinking. The white armored car served multiple countries early in World War II. Built on a commercial chassis, it carried machine guns. Reliability mattered more than innovation. It mattered because availability often decided use.